Hi, you guys. My name is Marquisa. I'm new to YouTube. I've tried to make YouTube channels before, and it just, I don't know, I was nervous. I never stuck it out, but this one, I really would want to, because I want to talk about how it is to be a single mom, and my journey, pretty much. So a little bit about myself. I am from Illinois, the Chicagoland area, from the city, born and raised, didn't leave. But as an adult, I did leave because I cannot stand noise. Isn't that crazy? I'm a city girl, can't stand noise. It happens. I am also a mom, so that probably plays a big part in it, of a son. And he is actually the reason why my life did a whole 180, okay? I wish I started this a long time ago, actually. This was inspired by one of my dearest friends, Carnell. He's been telling me to create a blog about me being a single mom and my journey, and I guess I didn't want to share it. I'm not really a person that wants to tell the entire world my business. But you know what? I am open to give pointers and share a little bit of experiences just so people can know that they're not the only ones going through it in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because we hear about it and we see it, but I don't know, it just don't be hitting home. So I'm hoping that this channel hits home and is encouraging for people to stay motivated, okay? I'm so nervous, y'all. Me and the cameras, we don't get along. I'm really nervous. What else about me? I grew up with two of my brothers and one of my sisters. It's a total of 6 of us, so a big family. I grew up in a single parent household myself, so I really did try to break the chain, but as I was in that relationship, I learned my happiness is very important, especially because I have to be mentally available for my baby. So I had to make a choice and a sacrifice, and yeah, we do want a 2-parent household, but to what extent? You know what I'm saying? And people don't want to talk about that, so get in it. I don't care. And I ain't ashamed. After that, I did get into another relationship. I think it was too soon, but that person was very persistent, and we tried it, and it failed, clearly. And but I think I learned a lot from that person. He helped a little bit with this confidence, me sitting in front of the camera, me trying to create a business for myself he plays a big part in that. So I appreciate him for exposing me and pushing me to be a part of the person that makes me. I was grateful for him, but he made me a little better. I also was inspired by the previous podcast that I created with an old friend of mine. It was her idea to create the podcast. So I did it with her. I was very nervous, very awkward, quirky, and that's really just my personality most of the time. But I think that helped me also do this on my own. Okay, that wasn't as bad. It was kind of cool. It was kind of fun. It didn't work out with me and her, but why not continue it? You know what I'm saying? Y'all, I actually wrote some notes, and I'm trying not to look at it. I'm trying not to look at it, because I want this to be authentic. But I get nervous, and you see how I keep saying, I don't want to say it all the time. What else? I am a God-fearing woman. I don't go to church every Sunday. Honestly, I work overnight, so I'm not I'm not available. I'm asleep. You know, but I do pray. I do pray. I do have a church home that I go to. It's called New Life. I think it's a very good church. I recommend anyone to go. If you are in the Chicagoland area, please go. There's Pastor Hannah there and Pastor Glenn. They're both amazing. So I just encourage you, to always put God first. I think He has helped me through my journey. Well, I know, not that I think, I definitely know. When I felt alone, I was never really alone because I always turned to Him. Like, if I didn't have nobody to talk to, it was always God. You know what I'm saying? And how I got where I am today, it was because I had Him on my side. So I encourage everybody to get a church home. Mine is New Life, and you're so welcome to join. Sometimes I watch through the internet, so they do have live sessions, but you can also go in person as well. Okay. What else about me? Honestly, it's a lot about me. It's a lot, but right now I'm just nervous. I always was into music, so that's why on my page you'll see me singing other people's songs. I do have another page called Genuine Quality Records, and that was me exposing artists that aren't as known, but they're super talented. Most of them were my family members. I feel like music is our gift, right? And I really, really aimed to create a record label for me, really, and I wanted my family to be on the record label, but it wasn't their passion, like to sing and rap and dance, so like I thought it was, because we were so good at it, so we kind of have to leave it alone. But the music is still online. I do want you guys to still listen to it. It's good, it's a vibe, it's kind of old, but I still jam to it, and I love the fact that it's personal. Like I wrote some of the music, and my brothers wrote their music, cousin was performing, and I just think it's a beautiful thing to watch, what else? I was raised by both my grandmother and my mom. I like to say more so my grandmother though, because she had like my younger years, so I kind of remember that more. But my mom was there. She just worked a lot, and now that I have a son, it's kind of the same way, because I'm single, you know what I'm saying? We gotta be the bread, make a soup, so, and it breaks my heart that I can't be home with him. But I am happy that I'm able to give him a home, a good school, a great school, not just a good, a great, okay, school to go to, and I'm happy to feed him. I'm happy to do the little basics, and also go above and beyond and go on trips with him. Like, I think that's great. It's just unfortunate that I can't spend every day with him. Like, I don't think I miss too much, because I am with him most of the time, like, on my off days, mostly, and there's times when I have a family member stay with me, so I can see him every single day, even when I'm sleepy, and he's, like, poking me in my eyes or kicking me, and I'm like, I need to sleep, but, I just appreciate those moments, because I really do. I really wish I could be at home with it, but it is what it is. I feel like I'm getting emotional because I really do want to be home, but you can't do that sometimes. You can't do that as a single mom, and that's okay. Because we gotta do what we gotta do to make everything move and make sure that they're growing up to be the best person that they can be. That's just a little bit about me. So I already see that this podcast is about to get deep. My eyes getting watery just from talking about that. Yeah. So I hope you guys stick with me. I hope I also stick with y'all because I am trying to learn consistency. Consistency, confidence, loving me. Like I'm just learning that right now. You know, I am 28 years old. I feel like time is going too fast, but then I have to remind myself I was only an adult for 10 years. So I gotta master this, and it's not gonna happen in the night. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm doing a great job. You know what I'm saying? I got the basics. I got the basics. A decent job, a place to stay. You know, a vehicle. You know what I'm saying? Like things that you wouldn't think like, man, this is a big accomplishment. Like, because for me it was like well, you have to have this because this is the basics. But really, these are big accomplishments. You know, like we work so hard for these things, and baby, these things are expensive. Okay, expensive, especially when you're doing that shit by yourself. Excuse my French, but yeah. So I just wanted to introduce myself, and I just hope y'all stay with me in this journey. You know, this is very hard for me to do. Very hard for me to do. Just want to let you know everything about it. Like me talking on this channel, me dancing in front of the camera when I'm not as good of a dancer, me singing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's me falling in love with me in this process while I'm hoping to be an inspiration to you. Okay, so at the end of each podcast, I'm also going to read a Bible verse, mostly because I am a Christian and I never read the Bible, and a lot of people have it. So I read this book called The Message right here. I read that because, you know, every other book is just hard to comprehend for me. So I already read a little bit, and I'm proud of myself, so I'm gonna keep reading. And I'm hoping this channel, you know, by me doing my videos, this is what's gonna force me to read the Bible, because I really, really want to read this Bible and keep my word to myself. Okay. So right now we are on Genesis chapter 4. Okay, verse 1. Adam slept with Eve, his wife. She conceived and had Cain. She said, I've gotten a man with God's help. Then she had another baby, Abel. Abel was a herdsman and Cain a farmer. Time passed. Cain brought an offering to God from the produce of his farm. Abel also brought an offering, but from the firstborn animals of his herd, choice cuts of meat. God liked Abel and his offering, but Cain and his offering didn't get his approval. Cain lost his temper and went into a sulk. S-U-L-K, sulk. God spoke to Cain. Why this tantrum? Why the sulking? If you do well, won't you be accepted? And if you don't do well, sin is lying in wait for you, ready to pounce. It's out to get you. You've got to master it. That was deep. I ain't gonna lie, I'm about to stop it right there. So I just read chapter 4, Genesis, lines 1 through 7. And it just hit me right here where it said, if you do well, won't you be accepted? And if you don't do well, sin is lying in wait for you, ready to pounce. It's out to get you. You've got to master it. Yo, self-discipline is what I just got from that right there. Like, if you don't discipline yourself, you're going to always fall into the same place. And you ain't going to be happy with the choices that you just made, and it ain't going to do nothing but hurt you in the end. Like, talking to myself, because I'll still be learning. Work in progress. Like, a work in progress. It's hard to not make the same mistakes when you're comfortable with that. You know, when you're comfortable with what you already know and what you knew wasn't so good for you. It's not healthy. And so to unlearn those unhealthy habits that causes you to fall right into the sin, it's tough. But I'm working on it. And that was a good message for all of us, right? That was good. Alright, y'all. So I'm going to see y'all on my next podcast. Right now, I can't tell you like what the topic is going to be, but when I do the podcast, you will know, because I'll let you know. Alright, thank you for watching, y'all. I'll see you next time. Bye.